In this Denver versus Johns Hopkins game this weekend, we're going to look at the face-off matchup. First, we have Alex Stathakis. He was 60.4% last year, which was good for 13th in the country. He's a multiple-time All-Big East selection. When looking at Stath's game, he's a really big, strong athlete. He utilizes the rollout exit very well. He's tough to contest because of his size, so a lot of guys aren't successful getting to counters against him. And with all this experience he's had, he does tend to get better as the game goes along and making great in-game adjustments. And continuing our preview for the Johns Hopkins and Denver matchup, we're going to look at Alex Stathakis versus UNC last year. On this first clip, you're going to see him clamp over the ball immediately and utilize that rollout exit for an uncontested win. He then gets it to his wing, securing the possession. Stath does this often. This is probably his go-to exit. On this face-off, Stath is going to show how he can reestablish his feet. His opponent tries to rip out. Stath then goes down the line, finds the open space, and pops it back. He also showcases continuing through the ground ball, one of his other strengths where he can continue through contested ground balls to win possession for his team. He utilizes his big body and his size on this often. During this face-off, Stath does a great job maintaining pressure. He takes that step back to get to a defensive exit. As the UNC player tries to jump that exit, Stath uses the clear lane out front to win the ball going forward, and he can spark some offense from doing this. Start the fourth quarter here. Stath does a great job keeping that low left hand on the clamp. He pops it between his legs to his wing for a nice easy win. Late in the fourth quarter, Stath does a great job staying low to avoid counters. He steps that right foot to block his opponent, going into a defensive exit, winning a clutch possession down the stretch here for Denver. Next in this game preview, we're going to look at Johns Hopkins. Johns Hopkins is going to feature Tyler Dunn and Logan Callahan. Tyler Dunn is very versatile. He's awesome off the ground. He's very scrappy. He does a great job getting the counters and mixing moves up. I think Logan Callahan is one of the best at rotating in the country. His clamp and his versatility makes him really tough to scout in those rotations and clamp scenarios. He's super strong, and he does a great job getting to a defensive exit. I think Logan Callahan could have a breakout year for Johns Hopkins, kind of someone no one's really talking about. They've had a three-headed monster for a while, but working with Logan, I think he's made some great strides. Look for him to have a breakout year this year. Between him and Tyler Dunn, I think Hopkins is going to be in a really good spot facing off this year. On this face-off, we're going to look at Johns Hopkins versus Virginia last year. Callahan does a great job of securing the clamp. He then rotates immediately to a defensive exit using his body to shield off the opponent. He makes a great evasive maneuver and throws the ball upfield for a nice possession. On this face-off, Callahan loses the initial move, but does a great job on that second move, regaining the ball and using a neutral exit to throw it deep to himself defensively. On this face-off at the end of the third quarter, Callahan does a great job of stepping in to block his opponent, and then he takes that exit to the space given to him instead of trying to fight through that pressure, and then is able to run upfield, getting a big possession for his team. On this face-off, Logan does a great job getting over the ball, getting to that defensive exit, then recognizing that Virginia has slid upfield. He hits the open wing, goes down for a goal. To start off the second half versus UVA, Tyler Dunn does a great job getting to an immediate counter, lifting his opponent off the ball, scooping through the ground ball and running to space for a great possession to start out this second half.